I'm going to be on your driveway.
Really?
Yeah. Wait a minute. So,
Hello. It's taken 8 weeks to get to this stage, and here we are at last. The blocks are arriving. You get the finished article soon. Yeah.
so yeah, we're going to get them stretched out here. Hello, this time it's Linda Ager's Olympic to put together the random pattern, which is a precise pattern. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
On your marks, get set, go.
Go. Okay.
And so there's 11 bricks. What can she do?
Large.
I'll jump in there. She's thinking, what goes next? She's thinking, I think she's screwed it up already. Anyway, no, right, she's doing well. The clock is ticking. Oh, okay, she's gone up to the top there. You can see something happening. It's a sort of square so far. What happens next? Okay, this is an official pattern, folks. I think she's doing well. She can barely pick him up, bless her. Wow. Okay, is she getting confused, I wonder? Okay, here comes Linda. Linda Ager Jackson. How's she going to do this thing? Good waiting thinking, guys. Oh, wait, something's happening. So she can see it going forward in front of her eyes. She's got 2 bricks to go. Oh, she doesn't want to drop it on her toe.
No, don't do that.
She has done it.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap, and that is the official pattern.
Random pattern.
That's a random pattern. If you kneel down and I'll get a little picture of you standing next to your random. Okay, so da-da-da, the start of the blocks. They're going down. Now we have 3 different sized blocks, so just to make things extra awkward, as everything is awkward here. But yeah, they're going down nicely.
So we
Here's
have
our-
small, medium and large.
Large, and they are large ones. They are large ones, big sized ones.
Yeah.
This is our pattern. You get it off the internet or the provider of the brick. They give you
These
a
are
pattern.
Brett Beta, aren't they? Yes.
A silver haze.
Silver
But there
haze.
are other silver ones on the market because I wouldn't be getting Brett any anyway, whatever. So here we go. So as you can see, they're going down nicely. The one thing that you know, I'm sure every professional will know anyway, but it's good to know that you can't just put them down and get too excited and run off, because when you start putting it down, some of these imperfections in the blocks or whatever is going to happen, or human, yeah, you're going to start not getting it at right angle. Okay, so make sure you do check out after every section. It's difficult because you're not in a straight line, you have all the other ones, but you can of course use that line going across there, or alternatively whatever line it is, like there's the line there. So of course, you know, tapping them back to that level and tapping them back to that level there, and just keeping them as straight as you can. And I'm backfilling before I get to it, but yeah, I can walk on a finished driveway surface, so that's fabulous.
So yeah, backfilling where the bars were and making sure you tap down when you do fill in
And
sand.
you know, this has taken us, you know, a couple of hours really to just process it and get it moving, and like everything, it starts to get a bit busier and quicker.
Okay. So filling in where the iron or steel bars were.
And because the rest has been compacted, don't just put it in and level it off. Really kind of go overboard really and give a good old whack down. So for example, there where there's empty, don't fall on it, where it's empty, look, I could just drop that in and almost go, yeah, that's smooth, that's smooth. But of course it's not, because you know that there's no real sand compressed there. So you push it in and then carry on. So, you know, that's the sand, and as I say, then if you want to. Well, not if you want to.
Make sure it's level.
Yep.
Completely flat.
So I'm going to cross the top and pulling back, and I'll get rid of all of that. So that's how I obviously backfill the sand back in and moving along. We've been having issues with alignment of these. I think it's because I took it for granted that the Acco drain and the dams and all the edging block there would be right angles. Silly fool I am. So it wasn't far off, but far off isn't good enough, is it really? So it started to sort of wiggle out and slowed us right down really. So I thought, how do I get out of it? And I'm not 100% sure if I am out of it yet, but I started with an area, and then I'm kind of going to carry on this lot independent of here, and then whatever damage has been done I will cut to size if I need to. So in other words, I'm going to be using this, and of course my straight edge gets up a right angled set like that, and then why not every single block just double check that it's, you know, because you'll pay for it later on, man, I'm telling you. Just get it in there. And so my idea here is to get out here all across, and of course this little bit here I want to gap so I can go back to it and sort it out independently, because if I keep coming off of it I keep getting offset, which is a pain. That's where we're at. So here we are, not bad. Finished all of that last night. Yeah. So it was a whole day's worth really, a good solid day, putting all of the block paving in. You can see Linda's going to come forward a little bit here and show you. We've got, obviously there's like cuts that we have to sort out, which is fine. That's all acceptable, I think. You know, I can put in blocks in there, or I can alternatively, like here, take this one out and obviously put one of those sized in and go all the way through there, so you don't need to do a cut there. Obviously just take this one out and put a bigger block in, and if I want, I might choose to slice here, so, and then put another one in, wedge it there. So, you know, ideally you don't want to just be seeing a whole strip, do you? And you won't. That's not a strip, that's not a strip, and vice versa. So yeah, just randomly cut and make those slim edges. A lot of cutting, but you know, if you want to do it proper good, then that's a really good way of doing it. And again, indeed, on the other side, you can see the same again. One of the problems I was having is with the block going out.
Yeah, there was gaps and things,
Yeah.
wasn't there?
And I was trying ever so hard not
The
to.
lines weren't completely straight.
So it's like, well, what do you do? You know. So anyway, all I can say is, of course, after every one or two, just get your edge and just see if you're, you know, out of line. You know, just work it, and then just try your best to tap the block.
Especially when you have a random pattern like this.
Yeah, because you can't put like loads of lines down. I mean, you can put that line straight, but it still comes off of it. It's you know, you just have to physically do it bit by bit. Now, one thing I did suggest, where's it gone now? is when you wanted to, here we go. When you're working them and they are looking a little bit loose, or you just want to tighten them up a little bit, or you can gain a little bit, or put like a little trowel in like that and tap it with a rubber mallet, and it will pull it back a bit. You know, there are professional tools to do it if you want to pay professional prices for something which you'll never use again. Let's be my guest. So that's fine. And as you can see here, moving on, or maybe we leave it there and we just do a little video from that.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. I've got my lovely assistant today, Linda. She's helping me. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's much better when there's more than one of you, obviously. So sand down, whacked it, and then carved out, put the screeding rails in at the desired depth, ideally 5 millimeters above your finished line, so when it all gets whacked down in the final process, it will go down.
So we have a block of 6 centimeters, so we are having it 5.5 centimeters down, 55 mil
Yep.
down.
So here we go. We're just pulling
Screeding
it out.
rail 25 mil, isn't it? So we're putting that down 5.5 down
Got a slight issue here. We can't quite get to that area there.
with the
And you always
screeding
can
rail.
get a problem sort of situation. So obviously get a small bit of block and just pull it back, and then the additional sand I'll carve out in a moment. Catch you soon. So this morning, come out here, ready to kind of finish off the blocks on this section, which has been already screeded to sand. So yeah, it's coming along all right. Managing to obviously tweak all around you all the time, really, with this pattern here, this random pattern, having to basically go, ooh, you know, that one there starts to go out, so you have to put them in, tap here, tap there, you know, all that sort of stuff. It's quite labour intensive, but it will look great. And just got this section here to do, take me a couple of hours probably there, and I've got plenty of time actually to smooth over this area here, just and rip open, here we go, rip open this palette here, which has got a different colour, and that will be a circle feature and a path feature. So yeah, operation moving along. Hiya. Okay, so you can see here, it's been a good day. I've managed to pull across here. Furthermore, I've been working out, the more you get to work with these blocks, the more you understand that actually you're putting some down and then you're having to tweak. As I said, I was using that implement and just tapping, moving the blocks, just keeping them 90 degrees as best as possible, really. So you find the method that works best for you, and as you can see, this is where I'm at. I'm quite happy. I kept that line going nice and smooth. There's no errors. So this was my straight line here on this edging sort of block here, and it kept on it. So I'm really happy with that. Now let me show you what else I've been up to. Dun dun dun. Follow me. Right. This is a kind of a feature colour stone or block that we also chose. The idea here being, then we'll probably coming a little bit further, you'll see that I'm going to be a circle, and we've kind of outlined a circle, but we had to lay them dry because we just don't know how wide we can get, how much block we can get away with. We've got a driveway here, a pathway, sorry,
Yeah.
that we also wanted to come along with, and these are going to be bordered with the same dark block. Okay, so that block is going to be parallel running around here. So is there any other way I could have done this? Maybe if you know and you wanted to let me know, yeah, let someone else do it. But no, how do you choose? We've got one pallet, that's all we had, one pallet, and this one was a special order, so we can't just pop down to the local one and pick up 10 more, 5 more, 1 more. You have to pick up a whole batch. What's that, about 300 quid or something?
Probably.
Yeah. So there you go, for one block. You know, like, oops, I just need 1 block. So yeah, we just dry drop them really, and as you can see, that's the sort of the path that I want to have, and that's the circle, and that's that for the day. It's it's been again full on 8 hours out here, just moving blocks around really. So yeah, I'm done today, but quite buoyed. We can see what's coming, and I hope and I think it's going to look absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm. I've got an idea of a circle idea. So how many rows and such.
use that on a different video. Alright, so yesterday was a big day as far as managing to finish all the cuts on the driveway, not the pathway, beg your pardon, right at the top there. And then once that was done, I needed to remove all the sand. Well, before that, take all those blocks and put them back on the pathway. They were here on the sand, and then I had to drop the sand and squeeze the sand, and then later on in the evening I managed to put down these blocks here. So this is where I'm at to really this morning, about 9 o'clock. So I'm hoping that today will go quite smoothly and I'll be able to get the majority of this down. So yeah, there we go. Okay guys, checking in, here we go. So I've been laying the blocks today, and as you can see now, pointing over there, not got that much to do, running out. I've got plenty of blocks left over, which is cool, because I wasn't sure at one point whether or not we had enough. Obviously do, and the idea is to use them for down the side there, so that's cool. But yeah, just it's been such a long process, so it's so good to get to this point really of actually putting down the main majority of the blocks. Of course I've got loads and loads of cuts to do, but that's what it is when you do this bespoke tailor-made, and lots of different blocks and different types. But hopefully it'll all be worth it. I'm really happy with the circle, with the pathway. Just need to get these in, and the little sods as well, because they always go out from the 90-degree angle, but managed to pull them all in, keep them tight as best I can, and that's what we got left. So happy days. There you go. Job done. Sit home and bring the car. Oh, can't bring the car on yet, can I? Drat. Just got about another 300 to 400 cuts to do. Wonderful. But before I even get myself depressed to drive into a brick wall, yeah, I'm just bathing in the glory of actually pretty much completing this massive section. I'm very happy with that. Blocks down here this afternoon. So it took a little while, but that's done now, and I'm just about to start making some cuts here. Cutting in and finishing off this line here, so that's my next job, but I think that'll take me probably about a week to do all of these cuts.
Yeah, because
Yes.
the whole drive, which is
isn't it?
70 square metres, something like that,
Yeah,
I think.
and I'm aware that it's going to take a while, so I'm going to try and get myself set up and cut comfort if that's possible. So yeah, I'm going to get a board out here, just to prepare myself, and snip and grind away. So, been cutting all the blocks, putting them in place, I think since I last chatted to you. So as you can see here, of course, all of the blocks are in place now, which is fantastic, and I've managed to kind of cut in on the path here, and you can see the cuts all in here. And today I've been moving along here, and I'll follow me as we go around the corner, and this area here needs to be screeded. It wasn't screeded at the time, so I screeded that down by hand, just basically using the outer blocks as a guide. And then I had to throw down some more MOT just in this small area here and whack that down and got rid of the whacker plate. And I'm just cutting these, I don't know, 10 to 15 slithers here, or sections here I should say. And then this bit's pretty much done, other than the manhole cover. So that's pretty good. And then after that I'll be popping over there into the central part and doing the other side. Well, there's lots of choices what to do. So yeah, that's all good.
0.
So I've scored up a few of the blocks here, just scored them up here with the smaller angle grinder. Probably can't hear what I'm saying. And now comes up the big Bertha, which is the 230mm disc. and it's a diamond disc, and it cost me about £40, and it's wear on it, it's plenty of wear on it. It'll get through this job easy. So yeah, it's a good disc. Right, so cutting. Sometimes when you get a small piece and you can't put your foot on it, you come in a bit, Linda. Sometimes you think, oh, you know, well, that looks a bit dangerous. Put an extra piece of block on it, like that, and then you've got your balance or cross. So, as you see there, you want it cut like that. So of course it'll go straight up snug to the next block. If I cut that way round, well, ooh, look at that lovely big gap. So you don't want that, you want that. Over and out. Okay, well, so sailing on now. Good news is all of these cuts, this section, I'm doing it this way because it's such a big project that, and with all the cuts, you know, you've got to give yourself some goals. If you just look at it and go, oh my giddy aunt, you know, you're never going to get it done. You have to break it up into reachable targets that you can achieve. Hey, by the way, that's what the foxes think of my job so far. A whole pile of, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so I've managed to cut in all around this section here, which is pretty fantastic. And now today, as you can see here, I just started to cut in on the other side of the pathway here. So I'll cut in here, and then who knows, by the end of the day, I might have just got, ideally, this middle section. If I can cut in here, finish this bit here, and cut in just around bay window, and potentially even the circle, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? That'd be like one more day probably of all those cuts around the other edge. There's plenty of them, by the way. There's a strip there. And I'm waffling here. At least you'll let me waffle to you. Alright, well, I've spent probably about 20 minutes on this one little cut here, trying to get in that angle there, and I didn't want to get it smaller because it's going to be seen. So I'm hoping that this will go in. There's lots of different sections to it, really. Let's go in. Yes and no. It needs tapping, and then it'll snap if I tap it down there. So what have I got to do now? I've got to cut it somewhere anyway. I'm nearly there, but you can see it takes a bit of time. Okay, so there's no getting around this. This part is a complete ball ache. It's taking a long time, and you know, I'm semi-satisfied with the cuts that I've got. It's very difficult because you're going internal around, so you're making an arch, curving the stone. So every single stone you've got to angle, and this is the next one I put in. What's the best way of doing it? I don't know. That one there has got the angle for there. So hopefully this one will go in. Okay, that's pretty good actually. So what's the best way of doing it? Okay, well, I'm going to score the next block. Basically score it straight, and then after that you just have to dig it out. It's very difficult to show you when I've got an angle grinder in one hand and the camera in the other, but there we go. So as I say, so basically just score it straight, you know, score it straight, and once you cut it, I'll show you in a minute, cut it off and then start creating a groove. Okay, so here you can see I've cut it. It won't go in, obviously, because it's straight and that's oval there. So pretty much you kind of have to cut this part out here. Okay, and I mean I'm not that happy here. I mean that's quite deep gap there, but it's this part here. So you don't want to be taking any more here. You just want to take from here and to about here, just this middle part. Okay. Okay, so you can see the bend on it. Okay, that's just kind of angle grinding out. Okay, and we'll see how it goes. As I say, no, it's not going to be ideal, but actually that's pretty immaculate. I'm happy with that. Okay, well, we're doing well here, guys. Running out of areas to cut in. All this massage area we've done a day or two ago, and then I started actually from here this morning, cutting in around the corner there, down the side to the front, and I just got these 10 little cuts here to finish off here. Then after that, I think I'll leave it till tomorrow actually, because yeah, I've got that chunk there, that square behind that little strip. It'll take just over a day, so I might break it up into 2 days. Feeling it near the end of all this cutting, and wow, it'd be lovely to clear it all up, won't it, eh? And have a look at it. Okay, right, well I'm kind of quitting here for the day. Pretty happy. I've managed to do this middle section, all of the in cuts here, and around we go, and through here, and also to the middle. So probably got maybe about another day's work or so, I think, down here to finish all that off. So yeah, might even break it up into 2. A little holiday in between. Okay, so just got this section to do here around the perimeter, and I've already started. I can't really see. Already started marking up my blocks in preparation, and yeah, just one little push, and we'll be homeward bound. Okay, so as you can see here, we are on the home straight of cuts. I've got about 30 to do, which isn't really that much. A few hours work. I've come around the back here, and yeah, it's just literally as before, but so nice to feel that I'm right here finishing at this point now. It's always a good feeling to be right at the end of doing all these cuts. So I'll be able to show you how it looks. So here we are again, just it's like the Champs-Élysées, was it like the Tour de France? This is like the final day, isn't it, where they don't actually seem to do anything, they just sort of cycle around waving, but the race is still on, so we haven't crossed the line yet. Not yet. come on over. Come on over to my place. Hey you, I think we're done. Let's have a look. Right, putting in the last couple of bricks. Okay, right. Sense it needs a little bit of a kick here. A bit of additional sand. Ooh la la. The final one, let's do it. Let's do it. Ooh. Boom, shakalam. Actually. Wait a minute. This is how I get them out as well. It's like, how the hell do you get the blocks out? Pull one out.
So a ruler and a trowel.
Shit. Improvisation. You have to improvise really on everything. Again, get it tamped down. Obviously going to whack it all down with a whacker plate.
And a rubber mat of some sort. We've got to figure that out.
Yeah. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, after hours and hours, days and days and weeks,
11 weeks.
that is the last block. I've done it.
Dean, we've yet to do, first of all, the front doorstep and the alleyway.
The what?
Alleyway.
No! She always has to spoil everything. The common sense and her observation. Yes! But that's another time. But yeah, we'll clean all this up. And as Linda rightfully said, got a lovely bull-nosed step to do.
Go on the front door.
Yeah, and that can be done ASAP, really. Yeah.
And
Okay.
clear this lot up so we can see it in its glory.
Oh yeah.
And then it'll be kiln sand and
And
bit
there's
of
always
water.
other things.
Yes.
And other things.
okay.
Okay, so we're doing this one. 1, 2, 3. Sure, we'll get Okay, so guys, this is fantastic. I've managed to cut every single last block here on the main driveway here. Of course, yes, I've got to go around the side, but now I have to clear. I'm part way through removing and cleaning up, which in itself isn't a quick task. I've actually got to remove all that sand and put it out the back as we go down the side here. Have to put that round the back there. Ready to do this alleyway. Okay, this is a nice job, isn't it?
Yes, a nice job.
Cleaning up a lot of the dirt and the dust that we've got.
Bit of sand.
Yep, and I'm going to remove that one there, all that sand in the bulk bag, and put it on the back.
Yeah.
So yeah, happy days. So yeah, just going to pick the stuff up, all the sand, a ton of it, whack it around the back. Linda's already done some cleaning, so in a moment we'll show you what it's all about. So yeah, just about another 10 minutes worth, about 3 or 4 loads more wheelbarrow trips, and then we'll do a nice finish. All done.
So Dean ever having a go at hoovering too. Yeah, peaceful. The Henry Hoover.
The last effort, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
Okay, so as you can see here, we're onto the kiln sand part here, where we kind of brush in the sand, and yeah, and then we whack it down. So basically, what Linda's doing here is she's obviously say what you see.
So what you see, yeah.
But first of all, like brushing in, because obviously without this, I mean, you can't see here, but obviously, well, if I put my feet here, it would move slightly, you know, left to right, left to right. So, of course, the sand will give it more stability, and it takes a while for it to all disappear down there. So, as you can see here, like there, this bit here, you can see those hollows. It just takes its time. You can't really rush it. And then you have to obviously reapply it. So the stuff we've got, it's not kiln sand actually. It's this one here, because as we all know, weeds, you hate the weeds. This is Dan sand stuff, polymetric, and it's meant to have minerals inside of it, which help protect against and it makes it go firm. Got a picture here somewhere, some silly lady with high heels spiking it. Look at that, look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the truth. Well, it doesn't really matter. All I want it to do really is to be stable. It's about 4 times more expensive than the regular kiln sand. So per bag, it's about 20 something pounds. Where'd you get it?
I think it was Wicks.
Wicks.
£3 a bag, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. And 10% off if you got one of their loyalty card things, which anyone can get. But yeah, it goes quite a long way. The sand goes a fair whack. I bought 10 of them, so yeah, it's over 200 something quid, isn't it? So
we've only got 2 more left, so we'll
2 more left. Ooh.
We've got enough.
Yeah, well, we've got all of this area here to bring all the sand from. So we're dusting it all over, and then going to whacker plate it down. And this whacker plate, by the way, has a rubberized mat attachment to it here. So I think that's important, depending on the blocks that you have. You don't want to scratch them, and so there's a good measure. That's a rubber mat. So you have to buy it, or hire it with a rubber mat. All right, so that's really where we're up to, and also down the side here, before I can really go and whack it down, I've got to fill in the sides here, all the way along the sides there, with some sort of sand and cement, sort of semi-dry mix. Just squeeze it in there. So obviously, as I'm whacking here, it's going to just push out, isn't it? So, and all the sand will disappear down there at the same time. So that's what I'm up to. So madly trying to rush to get that. It'll be about 20-25 minutes there to go from one side to the other, up and down with the sand and cement mix. And I'll leave Linda to keep on dusting. Over and out. Okay, so it's been a full day really of well, what have I done today? It feels like, what have I actually done today? I mean, it's just been whackering these blocks down and then putting the sand in. But basically, so it's putting the sand on, spreading it in, then whacking it down. That's one time, and then of course reapplying the sand, whackering it down again, and then just tidying up and filling in any holes. So it took us about 9 bags, and thankfully I had a bit of help from Linda and also Linda's dad there, Ian. So otherwise I don't think I would have got it done in one day. It's 100 square meters is a long way. A big amount to do, but we've done it. Just finishing off now. Hello. So just doing a little bit of a sweep up of the kiln sand here before we sprinkle it with water.
Yeah.
Just getting the extra little bits out. Yeah. Give it. It's hosing down now, so
Sprinkle.
yep.
Rather than a hosing down.
Was it mist?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a hose which is knackered really, and it's got about 1,000 mini holes, isn't it? Yeah, all spraying out. So put it in a bucket. Actually, there it is in there.